What are the most important lessons from my journey to financial freedom? In this video, we'll look at the top 5 lessons that will help you in your financial independence journey. The first lesson is that foundations are really important. If you just hope to achieve financial freedom without laying the right foundations, you will get nowhere. There are 2 aspects to getting your foundations right. The first one is having a solid plan. Without a good plan, you're just meandering with hope. Your plan should be based on knowing your basics, such as how much wealth you need for financial freedom, what kind of lifestyle, budget, and investments you need and can achieve. So, your financial foundations have to be really solid. The other thing that you need is to have a solid foundation in your career and business. Unless you're sitting on a huge amount of inherited wealth, the core foundations of your career are really important for you to achieve a level of income that can get you to financial freedom faster. Simply put, the better your foundations are, the faster you will achieve financial freedom. The second lesson is think long term. This is very obvious when you hear it, but it's far from obvious in our day-to-day lives. We make many career, financial, and lifestyle decisions based on short-term aspects. For example, it's easy to lead a luxurious life and spend on everything you want to or can when you have high income. But it's a short-term strategy for pleasure because it doesn't take into account how it will affect your peace and freedom in the long term. It's also true that you cannot achieve financial freedom in the very short term. If you get greedy about growing your wealth unusually fast, it can end badly. Achieving financial freedom usually requires long-term thinking. The probability of you achieving financial freedom is directly proportional to how you can think long-term. The more you think about the long term, the more likely that you will achieve financial freedom. Before we look at lesson number 3, please take a moment to hit the subscribe button if you want more tips on financial independence and career growth. The third lesson is get your priorities right. This lesson follows from the previous lesson on thinking long term. You need to decide what your priorities are. The simple fact is that you cannot lead a very luxurious life and still achieve financial freedom. Lifestyle creep, where your spending increases at the same rate as your income, is real. And it's obvious that this will not allow you to achieve financial freedom. But the more important thing here is to recognize that it is a choice. You need to decide what is more important to you, a luxurious lifestyle or financial freedom, which is the freedom to do whatever you want to do with your time and your life. Again, this is a classic question on short-term pleasure versus long-term freedom. The fourth lesson is be consistent and stay the course. This is probably the most important lesson, not just for financial freedom, but for anything in life. Going back and forth or up and down with your career and financial decisions, investments, lifestyle, or spending is worse than living in the short term. It neither allows you to enjoy a luxurious life in the present, nor does it give you financial freedom in the long term. It basically gets you nowhere. Consistency is a deal breaker and absolutely necessary for you to achieve financial freedom. And the final lesson, and probably the most underrated one, is it's not just about the money, it's also about the time. While the other lessons on foundations, thinking long term, priority, and consistency are simple and probably obvious, even if they are difficult to act upon, this lesson is somewhat hidden. Now, you obviously need a certain amount of wealth to achieve financial freedom. The key aspect of this lesson is to know what is enough and understand when you don't need to accumulate wealth any longer and can start prioritizing your time. After all, the main reason for accumulating wealth is to give you more time and freedom from earning money. If you still enjoy what you do, you should continue to do so or find something else that you really love to do. But the key thing is that you don't need to chase the money any longer. This is a lesson that people often miss. They stand on the doorsteps of financial freedom, but don't take the benefits. And if you want to master the 5 key numbers that you should know for you to achieve financial freedom, watch this video.